Hello there. In this first video I'm going to show you some of the features of Polarr whereby you don't need to know anything about photo editing or anything like that. You can just use some of the wonderful built-in filters. Now Polarr also has the ability to add more filters as and when people create them, but I shall show you more of that in a minute. Now down the left hand side here we've got various things, but it's the top one we're interested in. It's filters. Now if we click on that, it produces this little pop-out with a variety of filters that we've got in this section. We can see the title of this collection up at the top here, Art. If I click on the three little dots, I've got, as you can see, various other collections. And if you click on more filters, you can actually add to these, and Polarr will be adding more in as time goes on. But I'm going to stick with the art ones. And I'm going to look at some of them here. I can see little thumbnails. This is very helpful. It's not just a name on a list, it's actually showing me what's going to happen. I'm guessing someone's a film fan. I can see this first one's called Budapest, this one's called Zizou, this is called Moonrise, and those all figure in Wes Anderson movies. Then we've got Vertigo, of course the classic Hitchcock film. Oh, Amelie, there we are. A lovely French film. Okay, I'm going to have a look through some of these, and all I need to do is literally just click on them. Okay, Budapest, not bad. Zizou. Oh, no, I kind of like that. It's increased the contrast, it's shifted it seemingly a little bit towards the blues. We can click on it again to actually switch it off. And see the difference, but we can also right click just as we can at any point when we're working on a photo in Polarr. But I quite like that actually. I might stick with that one. In fact, if I like it that much, I could right click on it and select add to favorites, but I'm not going to do that on this occasion. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to have a look at some other things that we've got. So let's pick adventure. Nightfall. Ooh, I like that. It's a little bit softer, but it's got an interesting effect. Here we've got artificial fog. Again, very good. So they're great fun. You can actually play with these and just click on them and see what they look like. You've then got a slider here, which is the amount that the process picture is actually mixed with the original picture. So by default it's up at 100% processed picture, but we can slide it back down if we don't want quite such an intense effect, but we want a slight effect. So if I set it to 60 and come back over here and click somewhere on the photo, I can see the original whilst I'm holding down the right mouse button, and I'll let go, and that's given it a little bit more pop. That's rather nice, I like that. I'm going to say OK to that. The interesting part about the Polarr filters and how they differ from a lot of other filters that you see in various software packages, even down to things like Instagram, where they have a variety of tweaks you can make to the image. The nice thing here is they're not really filters. They're more presets. And if we go into adjustments and we look at things like the color and the light, we can see there's actually settings here. They're not all set at 0, so meaning that it's not affecting the picture in any way. So what we can do, what this means, is that if we find a preset that looks very close to what we want, but it's not quite right in some way, well, we've got the ability to actually tweak it. So if I thought this strayed a little bit towards the blues, too much for my liking, I can push it towards the warmer hues, towards the yellows and oranges. And there we are. So I hope you enjoyed that first little introduction